My Liptons, my Liptons, my Liptons. ah, I have to laugh. I'm gagging. I'm laughing. I was cackling like for an hour straight, and I'm gonna cackle. I'm gonna cackle today because, child. I guess maybe anything that is said is really, anything said about a person is really projection on Ace's part, on the leprechaun's part, on the Lububu's part, because I was minding my good old business. I wasn't even thinking about anything. I go on Twitter and I see people are like, because you already know I'm on the Nicolandria side of Twitter. Okay, I'm on that side. Okay, so they were like, tables turn, what goes around comes around, spice. People are gagging, and I'm like, wait, what y'all gagging about? I want to gag too. What's going on? So they were like, oh, go to this link, go to this link, and I'm like, what's going on? I pressed the link, and it was to page 6, and then they're saying that Chelley and Ace broke up, and I was like, huh? I said, excuse me, what? Huh? So then I go to Shade Room and I see this clip, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna drag Ace one last time today, because this is why you need to shut the fuck up when your own house ain't clean. Okay, this is why you need to shut the fuck up. So we're gonna drag Ace one last time on this channel, because if y'all already know, my Liptons, I did a roast of Ace Leprechaun Green on my YouTube channel about what is it? Maybe 2 months ago, a month ago, whatever. I think it was in August. After he did that whack ass interview with Speedy, and I dragged him for filth on my YouTube channel. So if y'all guys want to go watch that video, it's up on my my playlist on Dragon Clowns playlist. You guys can go watch that video on there as well. And I also did my roast video of Huda and the whole situation with the N-word. Also dragged her too, along with her fans and along with that coon next to her. So I did those 2 videos, and I never did a follow-up video of Ace going on the red carpet and Revolt talking about asking him a question about like his relationship with Nick and Olandria. And then Ace was like, oh, I like things to be handled publicly, but, with other people behind the scenes, they want to handle it privately. So basically insinuating that he apologized to them privately. Personally, for me, I didn't want to make a video about that because I felt like, you know what? Ace is a cornball, because it's like you had all that smoke. You talked all that shit publicly about this couple. But now all of a sudden, when it comes to like, and I don't give a damn if Alandria and Nick were the ones that's to say, listen, like, you don't have to apologize publicly. Let's just keep, let's bury the hatchet behind the scenes. Personally, for me, if I was Ace, if the apologies need to be just as loud as the disrespect. For me, if you feel like you keep it real, you stand on business and all this extra shit, you should have been standing on business when it came to that apology. But no, you ran like a bitch behind the scenes, apologizing to Nick and Olandria because their fans were dragging the shit out of you and Chelley. And I think that's also a factor into what happened in this breakup. But we're going to talk. But first, let's listen to this, I guess, what is it, a podcast or interview Chelley did today. Basically her announcing her breakup with Ace. So let's listen. Let's take a listen to it. Hold on. By the way, this is my Instagram. If you guys want to subscribe, follow me on Instagram. But yeah, let's listen to Chelley.
Ace and I actually decided to part ways.
Wait, yes. Oh my God, did you announce that?
No.
Oh my God, Chelley, I'm sorry.
No, don't, it's okay. Please don't. It's okay.
How are you feeling?
I mean, it really was a tough decision, for the both of us, and very hard to decide. But when you love someone, sometimes loving someone means letting go. So I think we just got to that decision.
And also getting to a point where, because you both have love for each other, you end it before that ends. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it came from like a mutual level of respect.
A mutual level of respect and understanding that, you know, we wanted this to work, but sometimes things don't work. Couples go through things that are very challenging, and sometimes the best thing to do is just, you know, make a decision that needs to be made. So.
Okay, so she didn't give much detail as to what caused the breakup, but I think I have my own speculations and analogies, of course. And listen, you already know on this channel I'm biased. Okay, you already know that. You already know I'm a Nicolandria stan over here. But, you know, I like to give, you know, let me just, I'm going to eat, because I'm going to give Chelley her twos. I'm going to give her her twos. I'm not going to drag her too much on this video. I'm mostly going to drag Ace. But I do also want to hold Chelley a little accountable, just a little bit too, just a little bit. But first, let me, you know, speculate in my own thoughts as to what happened between these two. So first of all, I think for one, the public pressure. I think the public pressure and the backlash of it all got to this couple. I think that's number one. I think that especially after when y'all, if y'all were not there, for the ones that's listening to this video, let me tell you something. The day that Speedy interview dropped with Ace, it's been nothing but drags on this couple. Okay? So, and there are even people that didn't even like Nick and Alandria that were dragging Ace for that interview. That interview really put a bad light onto Ace, as well as onto Chelley, unfortunately, because she caught some strays in there. Because now, all of a sudden, people are saying that, oh, Ace is jealous because he doesn't have the same kind of popularity and buzz and like it's not within pop culture the way that Nick and Alandria is. And he wanted that for his couple. He wanted that for him and Chelley. He wanted Chelley to become Serena and Cordell 2.0. Okay? And there's correlations of that. And you can even tell in that interview that he did with Speedy where he was like, you know, I was in the villa just making sure that Nick and Alandria were good and all these different things. But then when I come out the villa, it was just Nick Alandria this, Nick Alandria that. You can hear the jealousy in his voice. You can hear that he was resentful that Nick Alandria became the stars of Love Island season 7. And he's upset about that. He's upset that they became the it couple of season 7 and it wasn't him. He wanted to reheat the nachos of Serena and Cordell as far as like with his relationship with Chelley. And the public wasn't buying it. It wasn't hitting. It wasn't hitting. A second thing is, as far as like, there's, and even me to this day, I'm not understanding the origins of how Ace and Chelley met. Because first it's like, okay, I've seen this man before. We're both in the same villa. Then I'm seeing screenshots of y'all being on live a few years ago. So it's like, what is this giving? Did you guys meet each other when Ace was like, what, 18, 19, and Chelley was still in her 20s? It's giving weird. It's definitely giving weird. So I feel like the age gap, too, was a problem. I think that, I'm going to be honest with y'all, Chelley's just too mature for Ace. That's also another thing, too. To me, I feel like Chelley... And you know what's so crazy? I actually thought that Taylor and Clark were going to be the ones to break it off first, not Chelley and Ace. I feel like Chelley and Ace, I don't know. I had them on a 50-50. So it's like, I feel like the idea they were going to work for a little bit. But I didn't think it was going to happen this quick, though. Just, 5 months out of the villa? So... to me, it's shocking how quick this was. And it shows that maybe I feel like the age gap too, the fact that Ace is not even 25 yet. That's the thing, that's the crazy thing about this whole thing. Like, what did Alandria say? He got breast milk on his lip. Like, he's a baby. And, Chelley is what, 28 years old? It's like this girl, she's closer to 30 than she is to 20. I feel like the age gap also played a role in, because I don't know, Ace comes across immature. He comes across immature. He doesn't come across as someone who's gotten his shit together, and someone that is not serious. And I noticed that, like, especially coming out of the villa, it felt like everybody else was outside except for Chelley and Ace. And the thing is, Ace tried to use that against Nick and Alandria, like, oh, well, I don't gotta my relationship to be seen as like being real or something like that. And I'm like, so what are you saying? Like, you wanted to, I guess, preserve your relationship or your image. And that's the thing. Like, I feel like, to me, this was more of like a business move on Ace's end compared to Chelley. Maybe Chelley did want a relationship out of this, but I feel like once Ace realized like this relationship is not benefiting him business wise and financially, I think on his end he wanted to call it quits. And I think for her end, she saw the immaturity. Maybe she also felt, and this all, I'm speculating, maybe she felt used in this relationship, because she felt like, damn, like, I really wanted us to maybe, let this be something serious. But it seems like you want to be in competition with other couples from the show when the show has already ended. Now we need to build something real here. And maybe Ace wasn't willing to do that, because maybe Ace saw the writing on the wall, like, this is not benefiting me business-wise or financially. So I think there's like a maturity issue going on, and as far as like the age gap, because of how young Ace is, and Ace is just a dummy in general. There has been some information out there, I don't know how true it is, that like Ace was lurking on Huda's Instagram page. And I said this before, there was definitely some sexual tension between Ace and Huda in the villa, and I truly believe that Huda wanted Ace for herself, and that's why she brought Chris back in order for Chelley to explore Chris, and so that Huda can get to Ace. I honestly feel like, to me, Ace and Huda had a thing, but because of the circumstances, he wanted this like sort of like quote unquote black love, blah blah blah, to make it pop. But yeah, there were some screenshots, and I saw this a while back of him, and this was before the show. Apparently he was lurking on Huda's Instagram page in the past, apparently, because I don't know, I guess Huda was influencer before this, because on the show, the way that they recruit these folks, these contestants, is like they already have like somewhat of a following, so they just contact them to bring them on the show. So maybe Huda already had a following before this, and Ace was lurking on them Instagram pages on Huda's and the people that look like Huda. You know what I'm saying? Them light bright girlies, them Instagram model girlies, them ambiguous girlies. He was definitely liking them pictures, all up in them comments. So I don't know. What did Ace use Chelley? And I'm speculating, but did Ace use Chelley for this black love? This black love PR in order to reheat the nachos of Cordell and Serena? Did the black love help him? He clearly seen that it's not for his benefit, and he said, hang it up flat screen. No Nicki Minaj. I just feel like I don't know, Chelley girl, and this is where I gotta hold Chelley accountable. I also think the heat got to Chelley as well. I think that she knew that all the bad press that she got with being from Ace got to her, and she probably also saw no benefit with being with Ace, because Ace was just a bad apple in her situation. And I also feel like, and who knows, maybe Chelley also wanted, because she sees Nick. She probably also saw Nick and Landria outside, and everybody's doing their thing. But it's like it always seemed like Chelley would be the one like out here on the red carpets, out here doing things, and Ace would be, I don't even know, like either indoors or doing something. It's like there were times where it seemed like they were at two different places. So I'm just like, are y'all trying to monitor? Like, what is going on here? So I think maybe also business-wise, they had, there was a lot of friction there on how to promote their couple and how to go forward after Love Island. And I think there was also probably, listen, to me, I think that Chelley never held Ace accountable for how he went by that Speedy interview. And I think that she tried to kind of clean up the image of what happened post that, and it didn't work because there's just so much friction right now on social media between the fan bases. Now you even have like Chelley's family members, and then even yesterday I saw one of Ace's best friend or something like that came out and was like throwing shade at like Landria's little sister. It's like all these factors. It's too much. It's too much. And I think that to me, where it's like where I got to hold Chelley accountable, it's like I felt like personally she didn't, and I get it, people might say, oh, maybe she held him accountable behind the scenes, but I don't know, like I just feel like to me personally, the disrespect was very loud on Ace's end, and I feel like the apology should have been just as loud. And I think that Chelley didn't hold Ace's feet to the fire. Or, if anything, maybe she felt the same way. If that's how your man is talking on an interview, you mean to tell me y'all guys weren't talking like that behind the scenes? Or that you didn't know this is what he was going to say? I don't know. I find that hard to believe. I don't know. Maybe, she sees Ace as someone bad for her image, which I agree. Chelley is a very beautiful woman. Like, gorgeous. Like, and I think that, like, either she should go for her preferences, that being women, or that being women, or them snow puppies, okay? The people on Twitter will know what I'm talking about as far as like them snow puppy tweets, okay? She can either go for them snow puppies, or go for them women. Go for your preferences. No need to hang on to this, sis. But listen, I'm gonna just say this. I'm not surprised. Like, even though like I honestly thought that it will last a little bit longer than this, but I'm not shocked. I actually thought I was shoot. They shocked me a little bit because like I thought Taylor and Clark will be the ones to go. To be left at the wayside first, but shoot, Chelley and Ace said, no man, we can't do this Black Luv thing no more. We need to hang it up flat screen, plasma. Like, it ain't doing us no good. Ace just comes out immature. Like, Ace is just too immature for me. You can tell he's jealous, he's resentful, he's vindictive, and it's all just played out in the public. And I think that maybe Chelley tried to clean it up, but it's just everything was just not working. And it came down to this. Literally, 5-6 months out the villa, now y'all already broken up? What happened to Ole Black Luv? What happened to Ole, our relationship is real because we don't be flaunting it like Nick and Alandria? Oh, okay, so you were throwing stones. Well, there was some shit happening in your house. Okay. Alrighty, well, honestly, I wish Chelley the best. In all honesty, like, Chelley's a very beautiful girl. I hope that she can finally link up with her good sister Landria, because clearly, they weren't linking up because of Ace. So hopefully, her and Alandria's relationship can, be remedied after this. On Ace's end, I just let me tell you guys something. Don't be shocked in like a couple of weeks or a month or two, you see Ace out here with a exotical, a Latina, an Arab, light bright, big booty, ambiguous. Don't be surprised if you see with him with one of those in a month or two. And next time, Ace, when you know that you're going through shit behind the scenes with your couple, don't come out here talking about other people's relationships, because when your shit ends up hitting the fan, we all gonna be out here dragging. We all gonna be out here dragging, and I'm cackling on the internet. Y'all should go on Twitter and on Threads. They're dragging the shit out of Ace. But, you know, Chelley, girl, I mean, we could have told you, sis. I mean, I already told you when I made that Rose video about Ace, because we knew that he brought your stocks down, because you just weren't trending. But hopefully now, after this, you know, we see a different you. We see something different coming out of you. You know, a new boo thing. I don't know. Maybe you need to take some time off for yourself to heal. But, yeah. You know, this was a cute little fling for you, mamas. But I'm glad you got that out of your system, so you can move on to them snow puppies, or you can move on to the women. Okay? You know? So, be free. Be who you are. Anyway, y'all, you guys tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 2,000 subscribers, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.